This is probably the best flea market find I've gotten in about 3 years. And as good as it is, I have to tell you that the guy in front of me really got the good deal. I wish I got there 5 minutes early. It was just one box. I think this is really good. The guy in front of me got great. He was getting the first Cable, first Scarlet Spider, first Spawn, and a number of those really notable must-have 90s keys. But he definitely missed some stuff, and one of them he actually just gave to me, which I thought was really cool. So this is my best flea market find in a couple years. Typically when I go to the flea market, if I'm able to find a vendor, first of all, who's doing $1 per book, I typically am able to find some $3 to $5 books for $1. Here we have the first appearance of Dark Raider, the evil Reed Richards from another dimension. I think this one's probably like a $4 high, something like that. Now, the condition on this stuff, for all unbagged and boarded, I think the worst condition book here is like a 9.2. Most likely, a lot of this is like 9.6, possible 9.8 candidates in here, which is pretty crazy for unbagged and boarded. We got a Gotham by Gaslight, #1. That's a good one. First appearance of Angela. This book's a lot lighter than it used to be. This used to have a bigger price tag. I think it's only like $10 now. Used to be a 20, but you know what? For probably about 50 cents, I'll take it. Here's our first hook-handed Aquaman. This is the typical stuff that you can find for dollars, like a $3 book for $1 or so. Here's one that everybody misses. It's a Doctor Strange key. I think a lot of people just aren't that versed on Doctor Strange. First appearance of Mephisto? I forget. Daughter of Mephisto. That actually has some value there. Just a fun Batman one-shot. Batman Demon. Love Demon, love Batman. Makes sense. Here's a required reading. I've talked about this before. Detective 601 is the first time that actually Bruce Wayne beats Bane. Because remember, Azrael kicks Bane's butt first. This is the first time Bruce does it. And I will say, he does it without any venom. So, does it count? I don't know. First, Lynn Michaels becomes the second Punisher. That's the cop buddy of Punisher, becomes the second Punisher. First, Beavis and Butthead. Again, the condition on this stuff, I need to get this into bags and boards quick. Unfortunately, I've got a little bag and board shortage right now. Did get the first Ultraman, and I see that it's a newsstand, although I need to check to see if they all look like this. I don't know. But if it is the newsstand, that helps the value a little bit. Decent book. This is one you should remember. First appearance of the Secret Defenders. That's a great one. I always loved that cover. Another Doctor Strange key. This is one of the best books. So this guy missed this one. We got Blade #1. I don't know if that's still $100. It might be down to like 50 now, maybe even less, honestly. But that's still, are you kidding me? And honestly, possibly like a 9.8 candidate. So that's amazing. And then I always grab kind of weird covers like this Ghost Rider 50. I really like oddball 90s die cuts, and that type of stuff actually moves pretty well for me, even if it is a low value. First appearance of Cobalt. First Punisher 2099. Typical dollar bin, decent hauls, but there's some good stuff in here. First appearance of She-Dragon, I want to say. You know. Again, this guy caught most of the net, but he missed some stuff. The final issue of Thor. That's cool. Superboy 23. Now, this is a DC Universe logo variant. It's one of the only ones. Now, this DC Universe logo variant is actually one of the more scarce ones. It's good that I've got that memorized, because that was a good find. We got a Deathstroke the Terminator #1. Again, I reiterate, all this stuff is like 9.6, possible 9.8s. If I wanted to do, I could do some submitting here. I think I'll probably bundle these two. We have Batman Punisher 1 and 2. This is the first one. The first Batman Punisher team up was actually when it was Jean-Paul Valley Batman. Probably bundle those two. Just a fun foil one, right? I always grab parts of the Maximum Carnage run when I can. They only go for a few bucks or whatever, but they always move. Dang. Again, some more die cut, or not die cut, but like foil enhanced covers. I grab them if they're near mint to mint, which this is. This guy missed a big one. Here's one of the big ones that was in here. We have a perfect copy. Gargoyles #1. So the guy knew his stuff, but he didn't know everything. He left me some scraps. This is actually a decent one here too. 100 bullets, #1. Not bad. A little bit of vertigo value there. I think this isn't worth anything, but I do like to sometimes grab a #1. Maybe if I get the first appearance of Annex, I'll toss this as part of a bundle. FF390, cool homage cover. Very nice. Now, I did see that this guy did get the first appearance of Mr. Terrific, but he missed this Spectre key. This is actually the first Alex Ross on a DC comic book, and it's nice to get that in near minty. X-Men Alpha. This is many things. The first Dark Beast. Honestly, there's so much. I think the Son of Magneto too, maybe. I don't know. I see this book all the time, and I always forget the key significance, but that's a good one. First Omega Red. Nice. Gorgeous near minty. I can always move these for 20 bucks. That's awesome. Good to have. We got an Iron Man 300. Again, I do like grabbing up the foils and 90s gimmicky stuff. Kids love them. Adults love them. Let's be honest. We're all suckers for that stuff. Here's another one. Union #1 from Image. I got a Ninjak #1. From Chaos Comics, we have a Detonator. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff here. Not a lot of value, but you know what? Cool stuff. First, Ricky as Bucky, I think. The Liefeld Captain #1. It's got a small little value there. Warzone 23, another cool foil cover. Again, the fact that I got all this for like 50 cents, rock on. We're good. Spectacular 220. This is a great issue. This is actually the issue in which MJ reveals that she's pregnant. Commit that one to memory. That's a cool one. All right, then we have the final issue of Iron Man. So we have the final issue of Thor and final issue of Iron Man. There was almost no 80s. This was in there. This is a 1980s something. First appearance of the Adversary, who was in X-Men 97. So that book's a little hot still. Another great foil, Hulk 425. Man, I got to get this stuff in bags and boards. This is going to bug me. But again, I'm completely out of bags and boards, and I ordered a ton from BCW, but they're super, super back ordered. Spider-Man 52, this is the second Scarlet Spider. Now, the other guy did get the first, but he missed this one. This is actually also the one where Ben Reilly actually gets called Scarlet Spider. In that first issue, he's not called that. I don't know if this is anything, but I do think it's a glow-in-the-dark or something. Evil Ernie, #1. That's a cool one. Maybe I lucked out and it's actually worth something. I don't know. I just grabbed it because the cover was cool. Oh, I think I grabbed that by accident. Sometimes that happens. You know, it was freezing cold out, so you're just kind of trying to go quick so you can get your hands back in your pocket. And oops, grabbed a dud. First appearance of Vengeance. Michael Balladino, I don't know, as Vengeance. That's a nice near minty. A plat cover, Mark Spector. It's 59. It's not the most valuable of the 5 or 6 plat Moon Knight covers, but it's one of the ones that's got a little value. Maximum Carnage Part 4. Sure. Again, always grabbing Maximum Carnage. Wonder Woman 105. First Cassie Sandsmark, Wonder Girl. Boom. And you know what? I am horribly low in Wonder Woman, so I will take it. Boom, another one. This is actually a particularly good one. Dang, dude, I might want to get this graded. I think it might be a 9.8. This is just a classic cover. Okay, it's got a nice little price tag for a later 90s Spidey. Great cover. Bagley at his best. Detective 681, first Steel Jacket. Very nice. Underrated. I did get, oh yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Speed Racer from Now Comics 1 and 2. I don't know if it's anything, but you know what? It could be a fun little bundle. I don't know. This is probably the best book, this one here. Now, this is one of the few from the 80s. This guy actually had this book in his pile, and I sort of was a little audible in my belly aching when I saw him get this one. And he was cool enough. He actually was like, here you go. I guess he thought he picked up enough good stuff, so he actually gave me this book. So you don't see too much of that these days, so that was really appreciated. So, Guy, I should have got your name. If you're watching this, that was really cool of you, especially since this thing looks like a 9.6 or a 9.8. So, wow. Non-key ASM, but you know what? Everybody always needs ASM. I'm always buying ASM. Gosh. This is like the only Hawkman-related key of not just the 90s, but I think also the 80s. First, White Dragon. Nobody knows what this thing is. This is a total sleeper of a key. I love it. So, awesome. Hawk World 27. I love oddball one-shots. We got Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher. Looks like it's in perfect condition. I've never read it. Maybe that'll be a good read. From Harris Comics, we have Cyber Frog, #1. I don't know if Cyber Frog has any value, but I always like finding #1s. Generally a good idea to pick that stuff up if you can. Maximum Carnage Part 2. This is one of the few that was not near mint. I see a couple spine ticks. Whatever. It's all good. Captain America 434, first appearance, cover appearance, origin of Jack Flag. And actually, Cap in the later 90s got to be kind of scarce and lower print. So that's pretty cool. And sometimes I just pick up a good cover. I'm a sucker for Carnage. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. This guy did get the first appearance of Carnage, so I had to see him get some pretty good books in front of me. Oh, wow. Good cover. First appearance of Hulk 2099. There we go. Not bad. Another one of these little one-shot books, prestige formats. It's an X-Force Spider-Man team-up one-shot. You know, I buy a lot of comic collections, and you know what? I think I've never seen that before. So that's kind of cool. Nice. And last two books here, we have Spider-Man 33. It's not a key, but there is a sort of cult favorite panel in here where it's very provocatively MJ, I think his wife at the time, basically saying she's going to do some favors for him or something like that. It's a very sexy panel, and people like to grab it because of that. And then look, last but not least, Punisher, #1. First ongoing series. So the first limited series has some value, but don't scoff on the Punisher #1 ongoing series, especially if you can get them in near minty like this. You actually got some pretty decent value. And I don't know about you guys, but don't you think a bazooka might be a little bit of overkill in that little Brooklyn flat there? I don't know. Punisher, you need to dial it back. $30. And to think I almost didn't go because it was too cold. So this is why you keep hunting. Get out there, put your foot to the floor, and check out some collections. Hit the yard sales, hit the flea markets. It's been a while since I've had a win like this, but clearly we did okay here today. And you know what? I might even have some gradables coming out of here too. As always, keep on hunting. I'll see you at the next video. Make sure to come on down to Sentiment Depot's Antiques and Collectibles, located at 238 West Delaware Ave in Pennington, New Jersey. Find so many great books for just $1 and the lowest prices on key comics around. Enjoy a huge selection of graded comics priced up to 20% lower than current fair market value. We are open from Wednesday to Sunday, closed Monday, Tuesday. You got a collection you want to sell? Bring that too. Can't wait to see you there.